Can I name every single one of the over 1,000 Pokemon from memory? This quiz will test me. This is testing me on two things. The first is that if I can do it. I think it's a win if I complete it regardless of how long it takes. But in reality, I basically have this afternoon that I am doing this because if I like look elsewhere on the internet, that's kind of cheating. But then also, if I can do it, how long will it take me? If I can do this in under an hour, I will be pretty stoked. I can't even remember its name. I think it's possible, but far from a guarantee. Just because, like, I know there's a lot I'm gonna blast through quickly, but then there's gonna be a few that I'm just gonna get hung up on. Before I begin, my initial strategy is to do categories first. And by categories, I mean I'm gonna hit all the starters, all of the legendaries, or at least I'll try to, all of the pseudo legendaries, all the evolutions, that kind of thing. Because if I think of one, I'm gonna think of all the others. So I think the timer starts as soon as I begin typing. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, it does. I like that the other forms already auto-populate. That's nice. All right, that is, if I can spell it right, going to be all the starters. Let's move on to legendaries. Actually, let's get the evolutions first. Glaceon, and then Sylveon's the last one. That should be all those. Okay, now let's do legendaries. Try to go gen by gen. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Mewtwo. Oh, I did. It auto puts it in, so I typed Mew and it immediately did Mew. Entei, Suicune, Ho-Oh, Ouya, Celebi. Hoenn's got a lot. Regice, Registeel, Rock, Latios, Latias, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and then of course Jirachi and Deoxys. That's all the legends, right? Yeah. Okay, so Sinnoh really kicks it up a notch. It's doing like all the Arceus forms. Esprit, Azelf, Uxie, Reggie, Gigas. Who am I missing in Sinnoh? Oh, Heatran. Who are the two after Cresselia? Okay, I'm losing too much time. I gotta come back. Horizon, Zekrom, Reshiram, Kyurem. Let's not forget Victini up there at the top of Unova. Thundurus, Tornadus, Landorus. Let's go ahead and get Enamorus. The mythicals of Gen 5 are Keldeo. Oh no, why am I brain farting? Keldeo, Victini, Zorua, and Zoroark were basically mythical. Let's come back to it because I don't want to spend too much time wasting it. Hoopa, Diancie, Volcanion is the last one there. Gearna, Zera, Aura, Shadow, Nala, Solgaleo. What's the crystal one? Necrozma. Several forms there. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get the Ultra Beasts. Artana, Celesteela. Am I missing one more than Xurkitree. Is that not how you spell it? Oh, I wrote Xurkitree. Why can't I remember the name of the jellyfish one? It starts with an N. I know that Pokemon very clearly, and yet it does not come to mind. Okay, well, we're gonna come back to that. The unknowns are Meltan and Melmetal, of course. Galar, we've got Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. Why are there so many after those three? What? Oh, Kubfu, Urshifu, Calyrex, Blastier, Spectrier. Oh, it's the mythicals that come after Zarude. Are those alternate forms? Why, huh? I'm confused as to why there's so many between Eternatus and Kubfu. Although forms are making it a little tricky. Okay, let's get the treasures of ruin. Wo-Chien, Chenpiao, Inglu, and Chi-Yu, Miraidon. Is that Iron? Okay, Iron Valiant and Roaring Moon are weirdly there. Aldea Expeditions, Terapagos, Kidogi, Artichoke, Azandipini, and Munkidori. What? Why are there so many Pokemon in front of the legends? Those other forms? A Walking Wake, Iron Leaves. The later generations are definitely gonna be the ones that I'm gonna struggle with just because I've spent less time with them. Okay, I didn't get all the legends, but I definitely got most of them. Let's go to pseudos. Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar, Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, Beldum, Metang, Metagross, Kibble, Goodbye, Garchomp. Okay, alternate forms are appearing in different entries, so, okay. As long as I get the original Pokemon, I'll get the alternate form. Dragapult is the last one, and then the Paldea one. Frigibax, Arctibax, and Baxcalibur. All right, that is all of the pseudos. I'm just gonna try and focus on Gen 1 now, plus any cross-gen evolutions. I like how typing Nidoran immediately gives you both of them. I don't have to like go copy the male or female symbol. Oh my god. Alrighty. What are those early ones? After Pidgeot and after Fearow? How don't I know those? Not Paris and Parasect. Yeah, those are later. I'm just trying to think about where wild Pokemon show up. Oh, Rattata. Duh. It's Ekans and Arbok. Okay, gotcha. We got there. We got there. Tentacool. These are not Kanto. I'm just thinking of Hoenn water Pokemon. Wingull and Pelipper. Diglett and Dugtrio. We need to get the Machop line, of course. Missing more in the center than I thought I would. Heal and Dugong. Who else? Get some Safari Zone Pokemon. And Lapras, of course. Oh, that's bugging out a bit. I see 2 Laprases. Why do I see 2 Laprases? Okay, they change over time. Just don't worry about those. I hate it when I make a typo and gotta backspace the whole freaking thing. What are those 2 in between Jigglypuff and Clefable? Is it Vulpix and Ninth? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm definitely not getting this in an hour. I'm like, with Kanto, I'm trying to think about Let's Go and like where Pokemon show up. Okay, I did a couple of other generations just because they came to mind. Like I'm thinking of a lot of Gen 4 new evolutions. Who is between Ammonite and Flareon? Is it Porygon? I did it again. Arcanine and Growlithe. I'm trying to think of like gym leader Pokemon. I said Pokemon. I never do that. Licky. Okay, there we go. We got there. That spot in between Lapras and Eevee just keeps populating with whatever the latest Pokemon I type in is. We have all the Gen 1 bug types. Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme, Mime Jr. Okay, gotta get drowsy. Ha ha ha. Gotta get drowsy. Tangela and Tangrowth. I'm about a third of the way there with 20 minutes, but I'm definitely gonna get slower as time goes on. I wanna get more Kanto Pokemon, but I gotta move on. If I take too long, then I'm just wasting time. I didn't type in Cleffa when I did Clefairy and Clefable, because why does Cleffa exist? Aha, I thought of Kingdra, which made me think of Horsea and Seadra, of course. Oh, and Seaking and Goldeen. All right, moved on for a little bit and it was helpful. Are there any other bountiful amounts of water types? Gen 1? I'd have gotten them all already. What are all those Johto Pokemon doing there? There's too many of them. Never thought I'd say that about Johto, but I'm just like, wait, I've hit a wall. Why is that still so empty? Well, time to move on to Hoenn. My plan is crashing around me. Why did I type C-Dot and then Lombre? Got pretty much all of early game Hoenn, which should not surprise anyone that knows me. I'm a bit confused as to what's between, oh, Surskit and Masquerain. Oh yeah, with all the alternate forms in the later regions, like what is Zygarde doing in the middle of Alola? We're just not worrying about that. We'll get to earlier generations and it'll make its way there eventually. I'm just like traveling through Hoenn in my head. Who's in the Granite Cave? Makuhita, Meditite. Oh, Aron, Lairon, Aggron, Sableye, Mawile. What is that 3 after Azurill? Oh, I misspelled Trapinch so badly. There's more that I'm missing in the Northwest. Solrock and Lunatone. Between Roselia and Numel, and then in between Torkoal and Spinda. I don't know why I can't think of those. Man, it gets tricky when it's just like, it feels so overwhelming and then you're also trying to follow a time pressure. Oh, Slugma and Macargo, which are not Hoenn Pokemon, despite the fact that a lot of people think they are. I was thinking about Hoenn and I thought about, wait, those are there. Oh, Wailmer and Wailord are earlier than I realized. Okay, that's filling that in. Carvana. We gotta get my boy cast form. I'm also now just thinking about like non-Hoenn Pokemon that spawn in those general areas. A lot of Glooms, a lot of Linoons on the cast form route. Or also Kecleons. All right, let's get the ice types. There aren't many. Absol. What are the other Elite Four Pokemon? I don't have any of the ghosts. Okay, the dragons. I think I already have all the dragons. Oh, the fossils. You know what? I should just go through and I should do all of the fossils. Gen 5 doesn't have any. Kalos has Amara, Aurorus, Tyrant and Tyrantrum. Gen 7 doesn't have any, and then Galar has the fun ones. Dracozolt, Arctozolt, Dracovish, and Arctovish. Okay, that should knock out all the fossils because I already had all the Gen 1. What late game deep sea Pokemon am I missing between Relicanth and Bagon? It's not a Reggie, but I'm realizing I didn't put in Regieleki and Regidrago. All right, that finished out Galar. At least that zone of it. You think you're really sailing through. Time for Sinnoh! Actually, I'm gonna do all of the regional birds. Kiki Peck, Toucanon. What is the middle one? Trumbeak. And then I got a short with a lot of views about did Paldea kill the regional bird? Well, maybe. It's up for debate, watch the short, but I put in Flamigo, Wattrel, and Kilowattrel. All right, that's all the regional birds, because I already had one in the older regions. Back to Sinnoh. Bidoof! Rickatoon. The problem is like other regions, like just the other Pokemon that are older Pokemon just keep muddying it. Like what's in a cave in Sinnoh? Oh, Zubats. Jesus, why am I brain farting so hard in Sinnoh? Burmy, Wormadam, Motham, Weasel and Floatzel, Shellos and Gastrodon, Combee and Vespiquen. Oh, I don't have Apom and Ambipom. Okay, that got me a Johto one. I started thinking about honey trees, like Heracross. And Munchlax. I put in Snorlax, I didn't put in Munchlax. Who is after Kricketune before Budu? Golly. All right, Pachirisu. All right, I should knock out all of the Pika clones. I already got Plusle and Minun. Yeah, I already got the Gen 1 one. So the Unova one is Morpeko. Just kidding. It's not Morpeko, that just came to mind first, so I decided to type it. Let's see, Molga. Togedemaru. Kalos is Dedenne. Alola, I already got. I put in Togedemaru. Galar. And Paldea is, Pawmi, Pawmo, Pawmont. Not looking forward to Paldea. There's gaps in the earlier ones where I'm like, oh, are those regional forms? No, they're not. They didn't have any. I don't have Feebas and Milotic. I have Spiritomb. I'm trying to think of Cynthia's team. Riolu, Ario. What else does she have? I already have Garchomp. Bronzor and Bronzong from Lucian. I don't have Nosepass and Probopass. That was the one after Azurill. Okay, so it's a pair after Nosepass. Potis, Powdon, Skorupi, and Drapion. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting this in an hour. I'm more than halfway there, but I'm getting slower. Drifloon and Drifblim, okay. Well, I started thinking of ghosty places, and now I'm thinking of Litwick, Lampent, Chandelure, thinking of the tower in Unova, so that's giving me LGM and Behem. And now I'm thinking of Unova, Reuniclus, Solosis, Duosion, Gothita, Gotholrita, Gothitelle, thinking of Sigilif. I'm thinking of Caitlyn. I'm thinking of Grimsley. So now I'm thinking of Bisharp and King Gambit and Pawniard. Now I'm thinking of Crocodile, Sandile, and Crocorock, Scrafty, and Scraggy. I was not intending to move to Unova, but it is happening. Almost against my will. I said I finished fossils, and I didn't put in Arkin, Archeops, Tortuga, or Caracosta, which is funny because I quite like Archeops. I'm Boldor, Roggenrola, and I made a typo. Now I'm thinking of Woobat, Swoobat, and the other like, oh, we're soft rebooting the series, and so we're gonna copy Gen 1 Pokemon. Unkelder, Timber, I'm thinking of the mole one. Why can't I think of Excadrill? Jesus. Drillbur, and then I thought of Escavalier, and Garablast, and Shelmet, and Excelgor. And now I'm thinking of Sawsbuck, Swasbuck. Sawsbuck and Deerling, very Unova Pokemon. God, Unova's got so many of those. The first 4 I've got mostly full, but not there yet. Oh, I don't have Wooper and Quagsire. I went back to Gen 4 and I was thinking of Gym Leader Pokemon. Thinking of some more. Snorunt and Abomasnow. Snorunt already named. When did I do that? Snorunt. All right, well, we have a problem. That's a glitch. Snorunt, you can see down here, is not there. So, we're gonna have to account for that. It won't let me put it in. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I was typing Snorunt and not Snowfur. Duh. You'll see what this is doing to me. I already got the steel ones. Do I not have Shinx Luxray? I never got Shinx, Luxray, and Luxio. Oh man, that's how you can tell this is tricky. Like just you're like, oh yeah, I would never forget those Pokemon. And then you're just staring at this wall and you're like, Baltoy and Claydol. I saw Solrock and Lunatone. I was thinking of Tate and Liza. Any other desert Pokemon? Who the hell is before Bagon? I'm thinking of wild water Pokemon in Hoenn, and I got Chinchou and Lantern, which are weirdly early in the Johto decks. Oh, Spoink and Grumpig. That's a gap in there. All right, Hoenn I only have, it looks like 9 left. Let's just do some early game Unova Pokemon. Sewaddle, Ivani, Swadloon. Why did that one take me so long to remember? Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede. And the bugs there are, sorry, I said bugs in Unova, and now I'm thinking of my Black 2 bug playthrough team. Crustle, Webble, Galvantula, Joltik. I got the Scavalier Excelgor group already. This is a big jump to another region, but I started thinking about other playthroughs I've done on plays, and I thought of the ice playthrough, so I thought of Crabrawler and Crabominable, which are like one of the only ice types that they added. Then Yungoos and Gumshoos to fill in that gap up there. What the hell else is in Unova? Ferroseed, Ferrothorn, Tynamo, Electric, Electros. There's a bunch of Chargestone Cave Pokemon. Clink, clang, clink, clang. It's Sock and Throw. I'm gonna start thinking about a black and white playthrough. Blitzel and Substrika. The Monkeys. Mana. Pansage, Panpour, Panseer, Simisage, Simapore, Thimisier. Who's after Stoutland? Villainy, I say. All right, well, Druddigan, Ryogonal. There's so many Pokemon that appear in a bunch of different places in Unova. Audino. Oh, hey, I filled in a gap, nice. Oh, the other Pinwheel Forest, Seismitoad. Come on with the typos. Timpole, Palpitoad. And then you start seeing the bugs in Pinwheel Forest, that's right. The gap between Stoutland and Pansage is gonna drive me nuts. The hell else can you get that early in the game? I don't know, we need to move on. Desert, Manitan. I got my few different forms, which is nice. I should put in Miltank. It popped into my head, unfortunately. So we gotta toss it in there. Wait, maybe not Desert yet? That's a big gap between Scolipede and Sandile. Yamask, no, that's after. My time is gonna be hurt a bit because I am gonna have to get up to pee within the next 10 minutes. Oh, it's Liepard and Purloin. Of course. Okay, Swanna and Ducklet. I think I already got all of Clay's Pokemon. Use a Swoobat, Swanna, and Pheasant. Already got that, okay. Bryson, Beartick, and Cubchoo. I already got Cryogonal. What's his third? Oh, the Vanillish line. Let's get the birds in there. Braviary, Rufflet, Buzz, and Lullaby. Oh, Fungus and Amoongus. Thinking of that rainy route between Chargestone Cave, and Driftveil. All I can think about on that route is the Fungus and the Deerling. And Carablast, okay. I already got all that. Oh, let's get Frillish and Jellicent. Durant and Heatmore. Okay, I got that gap right there. Who's between Bisharp and Rufflet? Okay, let's get the Haxorus Axew Fracture line. I've knocked a pretty big chunk out of Unova, which is nice. But that big gap between Scolipede and Sandile is really confusing me. Berg is using the bugs I've already put in. And then it's the desert. What's in the Castelia City area? Pinwheel Forest doesn't have other things I can remember. Golly. Really running out of steam on Unova. Might be time to move on to Kalos. Funnelby, Diggersby. Get some of the early ones. Vivillon's just gonna be cycling through its forms. I guess all the other ones are still doing that. There's a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution I haven't yet gotten. Reap, Laffy, Ampharos. Maybe that's a useful strategy here to help me kind of cheat. There's a Pokemon in between Rayquaza and Garchomp that got a Mega that I have not yet named. What would that be? Obviously Gen 4, and it's something that's not already there. Why can I not remember that? Okay, I'll come back to that later. Let's get more Kalos. Let's see. Malamar and Inkay, Meowstic, and Espurr. Go-Goat, Skiddo, Helioptile, and Heliolisk. Hawlucha! If I could finish Kalos, that'd be nice. It'd be something other than unknown that I will have finished. And I can't do Paldean Expeditions because the alternate forms are tripping me out. Pew pew. Okay, let's get the Dragalge, Skrelp, Clawitzer, and Clauncher. Ooh, I thought of the Anthus team. Gorgeist, Pumpkaboo, Trevenant, and I almost typed out and. Oh my God, fatigue, it's wearing on me. Who is that Mega between Rayquaza and Garchomp? It's definitely not a Hoenn Pokemon. Why can I not remember this? I'm sure some of you are screaming at your computer screens or televisions or phones, but I cannot hear you. Oh, Litten, I meant to type Leo, the other fire cat Pokemon. Leo and Pyroar, Flabebe, Floette, Lorgis. Yes. Do I have Doduo and Dodrio? I do not. I do not know why I thought of those. Honedge, Doublade, Aegislash. Yeah, there's so many damn Pokemon in Kalos that it's hard to think of the Kalos native Pokemon. Because you don't even see that many of them. Mythical that I didn't get in Gen 5. Oh, Genesect, okay. I know I'd get them if I eventually came back to them. I think now I'm probably gonna be shooting for 2 hours, because now I'm hitting like real bad walls, mental walls. Man, I wanted to knock more out of Kalos, but I have to move on again. Let me just do some Gigantamax forms. There's a Gigantamax Pokemon in Gen 1 that I have not yet named. The hell? Okay, well, I'm just gonna try and fill out Gigantamax. Appleton, Flapple, Applin, Hydrapple. Why can I not remember the name of the middle one? Diplin. That's right, I had a thumbnail with Driplin. Okay. Dreadnought and, Choodle, Centis, Scorch, and Sizzlipede. Just going through the gym leaders. Oh, I don't have Kingler and Krabby. That was the one between Gengar and Lapras. Who's the one between Snorlax and Jesus Melmetal? Okay, that could be from many generations. Machamp is what Bede used. We already got Gengar, Alcremie, and Milcery. Okay, let's go to, who's the Gigantamax? That's the Colossal, Arcole, and Roly-Coly. Okay, already got Lapras for her, but I'm thinking of Ice-Q, and so I'm going to type it in, and that's making me think of Stonedorner, so I'm going to type it in. And now I'm thinking of Shuckle, because I'm pretty sure Gordy uses one. And Binacle and Barbaracle, because I am also pretty sure he uses those. And now I'm thinking of Starmie and Staryu, because I'm pretty sure the blonde boy, Seabold. Okay, back to the gym leaders. Piers doesn't use any Gigantamax, but he does use Skuntank. Stunky got Malamar, got Obstagoon, Scrafty, I think that's his whole team. Raihan uses Duraludon, which of course now there is our Chaladon. Sandaconda. Why can't I think of the pre-evolutions? This is what I was saying. I feel like I'm more susceptible to brain farts in the later ones. Like, I know it. I see it clear as day, and its name is just like missed. Golly. Okay, I can't believe I have to come back to that. I mean, I know what the gap is if I could just remember the stupid thing's name. Toxtricity has a Gigantamax, which means I need to put in Toxel as well. Damn, how are there still that many more Gigantamaxes? Oh, Meowth Persian. That's that gap. And I should get Berserker while I'm thinking about it. Oh wow, yeah, they have Galarian Meowth as its own Galarian Meowth as its own spot. right here. I need to be careful about the regional forms. Very careful. They're just gonna take up deck spots in the middle. God, I want to finish Gigantamax and Mega Evolution. Why can't I think of those? Well, I can get Iron Crown, Gouging Fire, Roaring Thunder. Nope, that's not its name. What's the freaking Dinosaur Raikou? This is bad. I also can't remember the Poison Mochi Pokemon's name. Ah, Silicobra. I knew I had it in there. I knew yeah, that was crazy. Oh, Caparaja. It's Q-Fant, of course. And then Garbodor and Trubbish. Just me a couple more Gigantamaxes. 2 left, it seems. And they're both Galar Pokemon that I haven't listed. I'm thinking about all the boss battles. Oh, we're about to hit an hour. Yeah, that was wishful thinking. Fion and Manaphy. That's that gap at the end of Sinnoh. I'm also missing a new evolution in between Togekiss and Leafeon. All right, we just hit an hour. I'm gonna take a quick pee break.
Soon after.
I thought I might return from my trip inspired. But the only thing I could think of was Octillery, which I've already put in, because we have this poster by the toilet paper of an octopus holding toilet paper, and it says, "Your butt napkins, my lord." But alas, as I said, I already put in Octillery. Wooloo and Dubwool. Don't ask me how we got there from wherever else we were. Okay, I need a place to target. I'm gonna try to remember all of the regional forms, just so I can get that messiness out of the later ones. Got quite a few already. Well, I started thinking of totem Pokemon because I was looking at Alolan Marowak. So I'm just gonna hit those. Then we've got Mantis, Fomantis, and we've got Lycabolt, Charjabug, and Grubbin. The electric one, the ghost one is always Mimikyu. What's the next totem? I think it's the Kamo-O. Oh, there's the Rabombi in Ultra Sun. I think of the Kahuna Pokemon. I already got his Hollows Crabrawler, Lycanroc, and Rockruff. And then I think of Nanu, who uses Alolan Persian, which I already have. And I think of Hapu, who uses Mudsdale and Mudbray. I thought of Shiinotic, and so I started to think of Hatterene, which is Gigantamax, which means we're almost done with oh yeah, Grimmsnarl and Hatterene. I started thinking of those Pokemon in the Glimwood Tangle. Okay, so that's almost all Gigantamax. There's one between Corviknight and Dreadnought. Trying to think of early game Pokemon around there. Although I'm a little confused just because like the only early game Pokemon, oh, Squovet and Greedent, but that's certainly. What is all that space between Corviknight and Wooloo? I don't have Quillfish. I guess I should put in Sneasler. I realized I didn't do that before. That's crazy. I'm thinking of Rookidee and Wooloo on Route 1 and Squovet, and then you go to that town, and then you go to that route that leads to Magnolia's place, and it's Adz, Choodle, and Yamper. Who the hell are all the Pokemon in between? Because that's one of the Gigantamaxes. Oh, Blipbug. And then the Gigantamax is Orbeetle. Gigantamax is done, okay. I can't forget the middle one, Dottler. It feels good to get another category done. If I can remember this damn Mega Evolution. I realized looking at Paldea Expeditions, I don't have Ursaluna, which means I also don't have Ursaring or Teddy Ursa. I also don't have Fanpea, Donphan, or Iron Treads, or Great Tusk. This also makes me think of another Titan Pokemon, Bombardier. Cloth. Dondozo. Tatsugiri. God, I want that last Mega Evolution so bad. I'm very frustrated that I can't remember it. It's just tough because like so many Mega Evolutions no trainers like ever use. I should go back to the Titan Pokemon. Orthworm. I think there was just 5. Revavroom, Varoom. I'm thinking of Team Star, Shroodle, and Rafai. Now I'm running around Paldea in my head. Raging Bolt. There we go. Okay, God. Earlier I was like, Roaring Thunder. I'm so frustrated that I can't remember the name of the freaking mythical with the poison mochi. I don't have Execute or Executor. Started thinking of regional variants and I realized I don't have those. Why is the head of the Alolan Executor green? Look at that right there, green. Not ripe. I don't have Oricorio. I don't have Corsola or Cursula. Wow, I've slowed down a lot. Okay, Kanto only has 3 left. It'll be invigorating to finish Kanto. I don't have Farfetch'd. I don't have Surfetch'd. So there's only 2 left in Kanto. Unfortunately, some of the ordering is a bit weird with Kanto. I don't immediately, like what's, like between Marowak and Lickitung? Lickitung's like a trade-only Pokemon. Yeah, if I can get this in 2 hours, I'll be pleased. Because my God, I've really slowed down. I thought of Palisand and Sandygast. I remembered what Sandygast was, unlike John. I don't have Toxicroak and Krogunk. I started thinking about like themes, and I started thinking about John's frog teams. I think I've got all the other frogs. Oh, I don't have Yanma and Yanmega. Okay, that was the Togekiss Leafeon evolution I was missing. Nice, I got that. God, there's just those 2 Pokemon left in Kanto. What are they? I don't have Gulpin and Swalot. Okay, that filled in a gap in Hoenn. Between Nosepass and Sableye implies a Granite Cave Pokemon, but I can't think of any Granite Cave Pokemon that I haven't already put. Akuhita, Metatite, Aron, Sableye, Mawile, Nosepass, who the hell else is in there? What if it's some weird stuff and it's not even Granite Cave Pokemon? I'm also thrown off by that gap between Floatzel and Shellos, because Pachirisu, Floatzel, Shellos, Drifloon are like the Valley Windworks area Pokemon that I think of. And I don't have a clue what's between Diplin and Blood Moon or Saluna. Oh man, this is getting bad. I'm just gonna try and think to like teams that I have used. Pincurchin, let's get Puku, Snom, and Frostmoth. It's some like the little spike ball guys. Let's get Marini, Toxapex. More spiky things. I already got Ferroseed and Ferrothorn. Yeah. I don't have Basculin or Basculegion. Maybe I can finish Hisui if I think about the ride Pokemon, Weirdeer, Stantler, okay? And then Lilligant. I finished Hisui, let's go. Petalil, which makes me think of Whimsicott, and Cottony. Those are the other freaking Penwell Forest Pokemon. All right, we finished Gigantamax, Hisui, Unknown. I haven't put in Unknown. Or Natu and Xatu. Wasn't even thinking about the Ruins of Alph. Sui was great. That gave me some good motivation, but I'm kind of losing it a little faster than I thought I would. Oh, it feels so good to get those last 2 Kanto ones. Why can't I think of them? There's something in my eye. Cramorant. Lopunny. It's Mega Lopunny. Mega Evolution is done. Okay. I don't have Girafarig or Farigiraf. I was thinking about the competitive scene. Urshifu, Incineroar, Amoonguss, already got those. Farigiraf is good. Right on. So many, they're allowing restricteds now. I don't have Snubble and Granbull. Is that not how you, okay, there's 2 else. I started thinking about old Pokemon that gained the fairy type. And I think those were the last 2, but I'm not certain. I don't have Smoliv, Dolliv, and Oliva. Paldea is hard because I can't like run through the routes in my head because it's open world. Jerks. Baltonvalooza! Why is Flamigo so late in the Paldea decks when you find it so early? I don't have Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge. Trying to think through my team now. Toedscruel, Kilowattrel. Damn, I already have most of my team. Oh, I don't have Dunsparce. Or regular Dunsparce. I don't have Pineco and Fortress. Started thinking about Pokemon that could blow up. Johto's almost done now as well. There's only 4 left. I can't believe I have no idea what's between Relicanth and Bagon. Still, I started thinking of like the really obscure aquatic Pokemon in Hoenn, and I already got the Clamperl line and Relicanth. The only other diving Pokemon's Chinchou. I think like Corsola is hard to find, Horsey's hard to find, but I already got those. I don't have Corphish and Crawdont. I thought of through the Elite Four and everything, and I forgot that Sydney sometimes uses Crawdont. I don't have Barboach and Whiscash. Oh my God, it's Love Disc. Okay, now the only 2 Pokemon I'm missing are the ones between Nosepass and Sableye. Think, Mikey, think!
A few minutes later.
Just sitting here now. Think of another category, like a broad-reaching category. That isn't even like super broad, I guess. So not a broad-reaching category, like location evolutions, but I think I got all those. The first 3 regions have a collective 8 Pokemon left. Well, I put in Love Disc, so I should put in Alomo Mola. Recognition is so much easier than recall. Except for that damn Poison Mythical. I can picture it perfectly in my head, and yet I cannot remember its name because I learned its name when it came out. Pitcherant! Okay, all right. It's the little victories at this stage of this. What the hell are the last 2? Ugh, they had to be in Kitakami. I'm thinking of Glamora and Glimmet, because I started thinking of the Crystal Pool. I guess I could do the Tinkaton, and Tinka... Wait, what's the middle one? Tinkatuff. Now I'm starting to think of like Paldea Elite Four. Their aces are Clodsire, Flamigo, Tinkaton, Baxcalibur, Glamora. Damn it, that's all of them already. Who's Nemona? Nemona uses her starter, the Dunsparce, Goodra, Pawmot. I remember the last 2. Lycanroc, Again, that doesn't help me. Ugh, the last little spots in Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn are killing me. I'm like not that surprised that I'm struggling more in like Gen 6 onward, and Gen 5 just has so many Pokemon. But God, I want to finish out the first 4. I don't have Phalanx, which is weird because I love Phalanx. I don't have Minior, which is again weird because I love Minior. Okay, Hakulani Observatory, that's why I thought of Minior. We got up there, Togedemaru is the totem, Vikvolt's the other totem. That's a big gap between Alolan, Marowak, and Zygarde for some reason in the middle there. If you watch closely, you'll just see the time between each input is just gonna keep getting larger and larger. But I assure you, I am actively thinking. Mentally crumbling, but thinking. I don't have any of the Tapus. I looked at the ice type Alola forms and was like, yeah, they live in Tapu Village. Oh my God. I also don't have type Null and Silvally. Why are those so far up there? I thought that would be the gap between Tapu Fini and Solgaleo. Nihilego, that was the Ultra Beast I missed earlier. Wait, so who's between Tapu Fini and Solgaleo? That is very confusing. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay, that's a little embarrassing. We got there in the end, okay? I have 101 left, but it's now becoming like multiple minutes before I think of even one. Oh my God, it's Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Hell yeah. That just got me 4 of the 8 I needed to finish Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn. Why did I forget about Bruno? I'm like, I thought through all those various members, but totally overlooked Bruno. You got all the wills covered. I don't have Maractus or Finneon. Like, what are some forgettable Pokemon? And those Pokemon are like so forgettable that they became a little famous for it. Univa's down to only 6 left. Hoenn and Johto only have 2 left each. I will feel more comfortable like cutting it off without finishing it if I can finish the first 5 gens. The later ones just get so much harder because you've spent so much less time with them. You know, I've played like Platinum like 20 times at this point. I've played Scarlet and Violet twice and not in like 2 years. I gotta take another pee break. I had coffee, don't judge me.
Moments later.
Okay, I'm back. I've thought of nothing. Well, I'm gonna call it now. I'm not getting 2 hours. I do not have Stunfisk. I thought of the cave in Galar, where they come out of the ground at you. I'm gonna try to just think of Galar in general. It's been a while since I've thought about it. I don't have Pancham and Pangoro. I don't have Drampaw or Turtonator. I don't have Clobbopus and Grapploct, which again is weird that it took me so long. I like Grapploct. I don't have Dalemise. Again, I'm going through the Galar map and thinking of overworld Pokemon, but I'm quickly reaching the end of the map. I've gotten Galar pretty low as well. It looks like I've got 6 left there. I realize I haven't finished the Paradox Pokemon, and I don't know why I didn't do that. So I'm gonna try and do that. Brute Bonnet for the past one. Sandy Shocks, Iron Moth, Iron Treads, Iron Thorns, Iron Bundle. Oh, I don't have Gimme Ghoul and Goal. Then Go. That was that gap between Excalibur and Wo-Chien. What are the last few paradoxes? Oh, Iron Hands, of course. I was hoping thinking of one of these paradoxes would cause me to think of their non-paradox counterpart, and that is yet to occur, because I've already thought of them. Golly, man, why can I not think? Oh, for some reason I just thought of Flittle and Espathra. I don't know why. Why can I not think of the last few paradoxes? Why can I not think of the Hydreigons, the Iron Hydreigon? What is its name? God damn it, it's happening again. I have to come back to it. It will come to me. Okay, this thing in my eye is driving me nuts. I think it might be a stray eyelash.
More moments later.
Yep, that's what it was. You guys ever have that happen? Where you think you have something in your eye, and then after a long enough time of it not going away, you realize, wait, this is just one of my own attached eyelashes that is pointing down into the wrong direction. And I had to go pull it out. Oh, Slitherwing. It's not Iron Fang, is it? No. God, why can't I remember the freaking Hydreigon's name? It's a description of its body somehow. Or what it is. Iron Wings? No. Iron Heads? No. Iron Jaws? Iron Maws? As we're about to hit the 2-hour mark, I've obviously gotten enough to earn an A, like if this was a quiz. And before starting, I would have said, oh yeah, if you show me a picture of any Pokemon, I can tell you its name. But alas, the problems that I've had with ones that I can picture extremely clearly in my head and yet cannot remember the names of are disappointing me. I did get Pecharunt eventually, but now I'm on the Iron Hydreigon problem. I just need to come back to it, but I don't have anything else to go to. Who's between Galarian, Rapidash, and Hatena? Is there another Glimwood Tangle Pokemon? I thought I got all those. Oh, Sinistea, Poltegeist, Sinischa, and Polchageist. That was the last two in Paldea. Okay. Weird that it took me so long to get those, but I did get them. I am getting tired. And I've been in this room for 2 hours, and I'm worried the carbon dioxide content has gotten high. Galar I've gotten down to 4. And they're all early game. What be you? Oh, Nickit and Thievul. That's 2 of them. There's 2 more in their early game. It's crazy. But the early game ones are what's tripping me up. I now have 3 regions with only 2 left. I would very much like to finish those. I don't have Capsakid Scovillain. I think I'm gonna give myself until the 3-hour mark. I know that's like almost an hour from now, but as you can see, I am growing weary. So I wanna give myself a real chance to finish, despite how slow I've gotten. But I also, I don't wanna be here for the rest of the day. It appears there's a shadow mode, which I think will give me the shadows of the empty spots. But then that is basically like, okay, now it's just like, that's recognition, not recall. And if you've ever taken a psych class, you will know that recognition is much easier than recall. So how about if I hit the 3-hour mark, I turn on the shadows and go until hopefully just the Iron Hydreigon is the last one. I have no idea what that thing is. Oh, I don't have the Salty Boys. Another Pokemon that I like quite a bit that I just completely forgot about. I don't have Noibat and Noivern. Okay, let me think through the Gen 6 Pokemon League. I don't have Klefki. Wickstrom uses one of those. I don't have Carbink. Okay, yep. I was looking at that spot after Dedenne and it came to mind.
5 minutes later.
We are in quite the dead zone. I just keep going from Galar to Sinnoh to Hoenn to Johto, trying to figure out those last little ones that I need. I'm getting freaking nothing. The one after Nosepass is driving me the most crazy because I feel like the Hoenn Dex is generally pretty sequential. And like I've said, probably like 3 or 4 times already, who even knows? Between Nosepass and Sableye, that's Granite Cave. I don't know if there are any other Pokemon that are in there. Because if you move on to Slateport, then you're already to the Electrike, Plusle, Gulpin area. It's gonna kill me so bad when I finally see what it is. I need to pace, partially because I think I need to get my blood moving again, and partially because my back hurts. Well, that didn't work at all. I mean, I feel a little better, like physically. I didn't think of anything. Oh my God, Sunkern and Sunflora. Okay, Johto is done. Okay, all right, walking did do something. I thought about the mountain lake area in Paldea. That's the problem with Johto. I could not tell you where Sunkern even shows up in Johto. Maybe if I keep walking, I'll figure out the Hoenn one. Or I could do some squats! No, I don't wanna do that. That's... me being tired is the problem. It's Skitty and Delcatty. Oh my God, Hoenn's done! Those stupid, useless cats! I'm starting to notice a theme that the Pokemon that I am struggling to remember are ones that are very bad, and also I have never used, and also no trainers really use them. I guess Wally uses Delcatty, but it's like not his ace. And I also just forgot to think about Wally. Ooh, I don't have Mienfoo, Mienshao. Okay, Univa's down to 3. I actually thought of those because I thought of Karina having a Mienfoo. Occurring to me, I should think about the Univa Elite Four maybe a little more. I've gone through the Elite Four, and I can't remember what Caitlin's 4th Pokemon is. Gothitelle, Reuniclus, Sigilyph. What's the last one? The Behem? Or is it a Pokemon that I haven't listed? Or is it Masharna? It's definitely Masharna. Never mind. Oh, I don't have Stuffle and Beware. Balarsi. And I don't have Wimpod and Golisopod. I didn't even think about Guzma. I've already got Dewpider and Araquanid and the other very cool Alola bugs. Okay, if we ignore the disaster that is Paldea, there's not much left. I'm at 973, which puts me, I believe, 52 away. But I only have half an hour left. Yeah, Leah, I'm tired. I'm fine. Like, I'm not gonna go to sleep, but like my brain is fried. I think I have to pee again. I'm trying to stay hydrated, okay? Oh, I don't have Satotl and Satitan. Let me try and think through the Paldea gym leaders. I wasn't doing that because their most memorable Pokemon are their aces, which are not Paldea Pokemon. And maybe one is one I haven't put down, but... Oh, I don't have Tadbulb Bellybolt. I want to say it to Dunsparce is in there. Komala. I don't remember if he uses it, but for some reason I thought of it in his gym. Oh, I don't have Cyclozar. Low Kicks and Nimble, which leads me to Tarantula and Spidops. Okay. Paldea's doing a little better now. I just need a hard focus on Paldea. If I could get to over 1,000, obviously that's not complete, but that would feel pretty good. I could say I remembered 1,000 Pokemon. Ooh, Greavard, Houndstone. That was a Paldea ghost type that Rhyme used. Oh, and that leads to the other Paldea dogs. Paldea dogs. Mabostiff, Mastiff, Fido, and Doxbun. It's really nice when you can get them all connected like that. Or some other parts of the map that I can think of. Oh my god, what's the pig? Oinkalone? Lechonk. That took me an alarming amount of time to remember. I'm like, I know the pig, what is the pig? I thought of the bigger one first. I don't know why. Ooh, Finizen, Palafin. Just trying to think about Paldea. Different places, different phases. Oh my god, the last Galar Pokemon. It's the flower one and the Dandelion Grandma. Friggin' Milo uses it in his gym. Eldegoss and Gossifleur. Galar is done, baby. Okay, I can't believe I forgot a gym leader Pokemon. I mean, it happened because I thought about his ace being Gigantamax, Flapple, or Appleton, which is only true post-game. Holy crap, I finished Galar, thank God. If I can get 5 more, I break 1,000. Ooh, Rellor and Rabska. I saw Pawmi and Pawmo, and I remember they have to walk with you to evolve. Remember that Rellor and Rabska have to do that as well. Maybe I should have hard focused on Paldea sooner. Also, do you remember how, like, over an hour ago, I said I totally have all the frog Pokemon and I did not have Bellybolt? John would be ashamed. All right, how many do I have left in each region? Sinnoh, I have 6. Unova, I have 3. Kalos, I have 5. Alola, I have 7. Paldea, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7. I have 7. Damn, I'm Paldea. I've caught up with Alola. Okay, I have less than 15 minutes before I've decided I'm gonna call it. Just wanna get 3 more. I can get 3 more, that's 1,000. Oh my god, Glameow and Purugly. I had the Skuntank and the Toxicroak. I had the other Team Galactic Pokemon, and I didn't have those. 1 more Pokemon and I've broken 1,000. Furfrou. I did 1,000! Yeah! Okay, I'm still gonna go to the 3-hour mark before I turn on the shadows, but it does feel good to say I remembered 1,000 Pokemon. It's killing me that I cannot remember the name of the Iron Hydreigon, and I also cannot remember the last past Paradox Pokemon. I would not have predicted that. It's gotten to the point where I am making up Pokemon in my head. That is how I'm like, okay, what spawns here? And then this imaginary creature pops into my head that does not exist. And I'm like, that thing's pretty cool, but it's not real.
Many minutes later.
I'm a shell of a man. I've barely moved for the last 3 minutes. Ooh, Chinchino and Minchino. There's 2 more in Unova. There's only 1 left. A standalone Pokemon found somewhere in the vicinity of Opelucid City. There's Poniard and Bisharp. They're found to the west of it. The birds are found to the north of it. It would feel cool to finish another region. I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. Because when I tried to think of standalone Pokemon earlier, I thought of Durant and Heatmore. Oh man. I can't think of it. Is it big? Is it small? Is it short? Or is it tall? I don't know. I don't know. Ah. Also, that spot to the right of Lapras, right here, I'm realizing that that is Ditto. And they are making it change to the last Pokemon you input as a fun little bit. It took me almost 3 hours to figure that out, but I've been thinking about other things, okay? Like what that last damn Unova Pokemon is! I already have Audino in there, right? Yes, I do, okay. The late game ones are so hard because it's like not any trainers are really gonna use them. I'm trying to think of another one in Kalos because I didn't really watch the series, but I remember that one of Jesse and James had an Inkay, and I'm trying to think what the other one's main Kalos Pokemon was, and I don't know if I know it. I feel like it's one of the ones that's missing, but I can't think of it. Yeah, it's so frustrating I can't get that last Unova one, because Unova's another region where the dex is really quite sequential. So I know right around where it spawns, it's just like, I can't think of anything that shows up there that I haven't already put in. We've entered the final minute before I start doing shadows. Because another benefit of doing the shadows is that we can record my reactions to being like, oh, damn it, of course. But I don't think I'm getting anything else. I am fried. But 1,002 of 1,025 in 3 hours, I think is pretty good. If I kept going into the night, I could probably get all of them eventually, but I wanna like eat dinner and do other things. That's 3 hours. Let's turn on the shadows. Of course, the first shadow that pops up is the damn Iron-Eye Dragon. You can't be serious. I was like, man, I hope it's the last one. It's the first one. I'm looking it up. I want to be done with this. Iron-Eye Dragon. Jugulus. I'm like half annoyed that I couldn't remember that because it's just such a unique name, and half like, oh yeah, of course I didn't remember that. The word is freaking Jugulus. Oh, Zarina, Bound Sweet, and Steenie. Yeah, I could have gotten those. All right, next one. Oh, Cherubian Cherim. Yeah. All right, what we got next? Oh my God, those fairies. I can't believe I forgot the goofy version exclusive fairies. Spritzy, Aromatisse, Slurpuff, and Swirlix. Oh, Bruxish. Okay, well, I think I suppressed that one. Gotta be real, I do not know what that Paldea shadow is. I cannot tell. Anyways, what's the next one? Chatot. Next shadow, Squawkabilly. Give me the two goofy musical birds right after each other. Okay, if I can't see the damn shadow because it's behind the head of an Espathra. Oh, it's Bramblin. I was looking away when that shadow popped up. Where did it pop up? Maybe I didn't hit the right button. The mice. It's the mice. Am I spelling that wrong? Household and Tandem Mouse. Oh, it's M-A-U-S, that's what it is. Oh my God, it's freaking Jigglypuff. That was the freaking, oh, how could I forget about the big Jigglypuff? I can't even remember its name. Oh, Screamtail. All right, there's 5 more, 1 in Sinnoh, 1 in Unova, 3 in Alola. Comfey. So it's not a triple line, I thought it would be. Carnivine. I know there's another swampy one I was forgetting. Bouffalant! Oh, of course! Man, freaking Alder uses that. But Alder's, I guess like Getsis or N uses it? Their teams are hard to remember. They use a lot of random crap. Oranguru and Passimian. And that is it. That was fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to try this for yourself, links in the description below. I'm gonna support the developers of this on Ko-Fi. Coffee? And if you want to see some more laid back random videos like this here on Extra, let me know. But that is all I have for now. So until next time, okay, I need to just stop recording.